pretty sure you're all as awake as I am, since we all went to bed yesterday at 10:30, and that we can have a productive day today. So I will give the word to Annela to open the day officially.
Thank you, MT. So you almost said it all, of course, but I also want to thank ESN Utrecht and the OC for the amazing party yesterday. It was a lot of fun, and also good that it stopped at round 3, I think, for everyone, because you all look actually very ready for the day, which is great. We are too. I also wanted to say I really enjoyed yesterday. I think we had some really good discussions together. And yeah, let's see what the results are today. So please all enjoy your last day of your last MP today, and let's make it fun together.
Anonymous quorum.
All right. Before we can actually start, there is one thing that we still have to do, which is a quorum check, of course. We're gonna have 2 of those today. The first one now. Please pay attention, especially the ones at the tables. We're gonna have a quorum check now, and we're gonna have one later, since there's a lot of voting, and we need to make sure that everyone is here. So, we have this lovely quorum check question here. And I would require you to actually make the sounds, because usually I have to make them, and it's always very embarrassing, and I'm really feeling the power right now to make you. So, first we need our scrutinizers on stage. Jolien is already here, and we need Sophie as well. Thank you very much to assist us in this. Okay. We're waiting. You can get your voting devices ready. Kind of get your voices loud, not yet, but later. Everyone's on the edge of their seats. Are we ready now?
Yeah, I think we're ready.
Okay, so we're ready now. Please pay attention, people. Please, silence. This is important. This is serious stuff here, okay? So, ESN Breda, what is your question? What is your answer? Thank you very much. ESN Delft.
Peter, ESN Delft, option 3. Wee!
Thank you. ESN Groningen. Thank you. ESN in Holland Diemen.
Morgan, ESN in Holland Diemen, option 3.
Thank you. ESN in Holland Haarlem.
Sven, ESN in Holland Haarlem, option 3. Wee!
Thank you. ESN in Holland Rotterdam, no vote. ESN Leeuwarden.
ESN Leeuwarden, option 3. We.
Thank you. ESN Leiden.
Sven, ESN Leiden, option 3. Wee!
Thank you. ESN Maastricht.
Forest, ESN Maastricht, option 3. We.
ESN Nijmegen. Thank you. ESN Rotterdam.
Holland, ESN Rotterdam. We.
Thank you. ESN The Hague.
Philip, ESN The Hague, option 3.
Thank you. ESN Twente.
Tato, option 1.
Oh,
Maar,
you have to come to the front, please.
yeah, and also have you
You have to have your voting device, you have to come to the front, and
I think
there must be a voting device with the name of your section. And I would ask you to stay at this seat for the rest of the day. Is
ESN
that
Twente,
possible?
option 1. Tato.
Thank you. ESN Utrecht. Thank you. ESN New Amsterdam. Thank you. ESN Wageningen.
Ellen, ESN Wageningen, option 3.
Thank you. ESN Tilburg.
Ursta, ESN Tilburg, option 2.
Thank you. And ESN Amsterdam.
ESN Amsterdam, option 3.
Thank you. Do we have a quorum?
Yes, for sure.
Yes, we have a quorum. Amazing. The first task of the day is over. So let's proceed with the agenda presentation from your lovely VP, Charlotte.
I think we have to be here a lot today.
little bit more of excitement. People need.
Oh yeah, this one. Hello. Yes. Does it work? Yeah. Okay, good. Yesterday we moved the alumni program presentation by Cora and Andrea to today, so that will be before the coffee break today. Before that, we will have updates and an extra moment for Q&A for the voting topics. So I hope you all prepare. This one. Never mind. Sorry. After the coffee break, we have some changes. First of all, the voting on the amendments have to be done before voting on the EPP. Kind of forgot about that when I made the agenda, I'm sorry. But basically, to explain that, when you vote in an amendment to an amendment, you change the initial amendment. So that's what we're going to do. Then the voting on the non-student and the candidate board, that's taken out because it's not applicable anymore. And like I said yesterday already, on request of the SNA, we switched the moment with and the moment without the board in order. Other than that, you can see in the Shepherd sections drive.
Thank you very much. And you know the drill. We still need to approve this agenda with the changes and all. So we would ask you, no, I would ask you, if you object the agenda, then do this now. Otherwise, we can agree that the agenda has been approved. Thank you very much. That was quick. So now we have, yeah.
Not an objection. More like, is there any way of making it shorter?
That would be one procedural. Is there a way of making it shorter? What shorter?
News about the agenda.
The agenda. Is there a way of making the agenda shorter?
To be honest, I think it depends on your questions.
Avoiding stuff like that might be a first step, but what else?
Well, it's a question, right?
Yeah, I know, but
I think, to be honest, the only thing, for example, we could take out is then the extra questions in general that you can ask. But that's something you guys really wanted, and I think it's also very useful. So I think in the end, it depends on how much questions you have. Oh, sorry. Did everyone hear that or not? Her question was if we can make the agenda shorter, but in the end, all the topics that are on there have to be discussed. So it depends a bit on the amount of questions we have and how smoothly the voting goes. Okay.
Well, there's one thing we could potentially cut. I was supposed to present the GA updates, so the voting results, but I mean, you can also just look that up in a document if you're interested. I hope you are. But if you really want to cut time, this would be a point we could cut, even though, yeah, maybe we will just show the things that were not voted in instead, so that would cut a few minutes.
Yeah. We'll just make that very quick. Okay, let's continue.
So, do you?
Let's continue.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, if someone proposes to change the agenda, you can always propose to change the agenda. It's not just us who can do that.
Yeah. Okay.
Never mind. So, SNA update, please.
From here, click.
Two microphones. What a disappointment. Okay, do you want to start?
Sure. Hello everyone, this is John Lee, SNA. This is Nico, also an SNA. We are gonna here to give you some updates about the financial and auditing stuff about the national board, mainly Wora. So financial audit, there are no significant issues, and a couple of things that was like paid too much. I mean, small things like 50 cents or even 1 cent. But in general, everything was checked out pretty much fine. Legal audits, there was no illegitimate actions, material checkup in the pending, so everything was checking up as well. They didn't do anything that was not regarding breaking the rules. National board voting procedure, we were asking actually, do you need a clarification on that whole process?
I think it's, yeah. Our thinking was that this current board has tried to make it to adhere more to the statutes than previous boards, in fact, and give you the opportunity to vote also on candidates that were not part of the candidate board. I think that's good, but it's also a bit unclear how the procedure of the voting would then go, and maybe that is something that would need more clarification for in the future. So that's up to you guys, but we thought that this is something that might need to be discussed. Right now there's great discretion in how this is arranged. And the next point about the transportation costs. There's a lot of transportation costs that have to be reimbursed throughout the year for especially board members. Right now it's at the discretion of the treasurer whether they are reimbursed and how the proof of reimbursement, what the proof of reimbursement would be. Sometimes it's just an estimate of the cost. Sometimes it's the proof, the receipt of the costs made. But maybe it's also good both for financial and environmental considerations to discuss whether cars, for example, should be reimbursed, but also on which occasions, and what the procedure would be, and what kind of reimbursement or what kind of proof should be provided. And I think the last point was yours,
yes,
and already resolved.
There was one thing that we discovered recently, which is the COA mailing list. It came to our attention that the COA uses the private email addresses of everything within the COA instead of the COA mailing list mail itself. So there's no COA at ESN, but that's a mailing list. So that means all the minutes and or questions that are from internal are going to the outside of the network email address. We've addressed this, and they will change this to a COA email. Where everyone in the COA will have access to the COA email and check minutes or get all the questions, all the emails inside. So everything will stay within the organization from next year on. I think that was the question. Yes.
Yes. Thank you. Hi, Jorinda. I'm the president of the Council of Advice. Maybe just a comment to this. I think we still need to discuss this. So as COA, we have not agreed yet to change this to a general COA email inbox. The reason for that is that I believe in the past there's been a lot of discussions about this. And if we would have changed this to full email inbox, I think the main conclusion in the past has been that that would not be GDPR approved. The reason why there hasn't been created individual COA email addresses for all of the COA members is due to the IT cost. There's about 20 different COA members, so that would increase cost quite a bit. And I do have to say that the statement that minutes and questions are going outside of the network is not true, because they're going to COA members, and COA members are part of the network. So as the COA, we're very happy to look into this to see how we can create a situation in which everybody's happy. But I do think, at the moment, I feel the protection of the information is done quite solidly. So if there's more questions about this, I'm happy to answer them.
Correct. Yes.
Do you have anything else?
I believe that's it. Yeah.
Maybe in general.
Speakers list.
In general, maybe good to check once more if you guys fully understand how the voting works for the board, because they also mentioned it. I also mentioned it yesterday. We as board are actually not happy with how it is in the statutes and standing orders right now. Also discussed with COA, it's something we would like to change, or the future board hopefully. But is it clear how we do it now? Because we are going to follow the statutes and standing orders in it. Okay, good.
Okay.
Okay, thank you very much. Since we're a little behind, I would ask to approach you in case you have any questions. Please approach me in the coffee break.
Or Nico?
Yeah, or Nico. And Shari, would you continue, please?
Alright, as I already said, I'll cut it short. We'll talk about the GA voting outcomes and about the activities registration overview. So first, the GA results. Basically everything was voted in except for the removal of the seasonal trainings, which we've also extensively discussed at Level Up. So they will remain in the EPP, the seasonal educate trainings, which I think is nice. And then some nice pictures of the international board, and we have 2 new members. That is Adela, sorry, I don't know how to pronounce it, Smejkanova, and we have a new treasurer, Mohamed. You can see the pictures below. Oh yeah, our new chairing team, audit committee, and of course EGM Amsterdam. Woo! And now to my favorite part of today, the ESN Galaxy registration. Are you ready? So here we have the first 2 sections, but we're still missing 3, the top 3. And I showed you this little meme at National Platform 1, and I think it's been following me a little bit throughout the last year, and I'm just really happy to see that we have 3 sections that really did an amazing job. I mean, the rest did too, but I really have to highlight these 3. This is amazing, and I really have to thank my successor, I guess, for registering all those events in ESN Leiden, but also amazing job ESN Nijmegen and ESN Wageningen. This is really really great. And I just want to thank you all. I did a little bit of a stalking session on your Facebooks, and those are some of the events you've registered. And just thank you for everything, and this is really amazing. And to the sections that have not registered anything yet, please keep in mind that it's also in our section requirements and therefore also statutes to register events. But big shout out to the sections who did register that much. It's really great.
Was quick. Thank you very much. Okay, the next thing is a block where you can have extra questions about the voting topics. So I would again encourage you to use that time that you have to ask, especially the NB, but I guess also the sections who bring in amendments to ask about whatever we are voting, including the candidates, of course. So. Same procedure as yesterday, please come to the front if you have a question, state your name and section. I would also ask the board, if they're not presenting, to also say their name and B, or whatever, he is in the Netherlands, to make Andrea's job a little easier. So please, go ahead. I open the speakers list for the first time today. Woo.
Esme is in Utrecht. I was curious if it's still possible to do an open call for the COA?
Jorine, maybe this is also for you, but I'll give you information. Yesterday was, of course, that we showed that we want to join the COA, but sections actually said maybe it's nice if local board members after their year could also potentially join the COA. And we said that is something we can think about in our future restructuring, but that's something we want to do with COA, new members of COA and the new board. I think for this year it's not possible.
No. Yeah, good question. I think it's definitely something we can look into for the future. Right now the procedure of entering the COA is done by the COA itself, and there's not an open call, but it's a private call in which current board members can enter into the COA by showing their interest, and then within the COA there's been a discussion if we feel that those members fit the criteria for a COA member. Within the COA there's the possibility to ask externals to join the COA that are not part of the current national board, but to be honest that's yeah, something that almost never happens. There's a big reason for that. The COAs, for the majority of their functions, advising the national board, and therefore experience on the national board level, based on the past, has been crucial there. And that's also why, yeah, in general, we don't invite local board members that haven't done a national board year yet to join the COA. The COA, in principle, is responsible for the structure, the procedures, as well as the selection criteria for new COA members. But as Annelot said, we're looking into updating the procedures for the COA next year, and also looking to improve it and to create a little bit more transparency also towards to the rest of the network. So definitely very open to get ideas from more people in the network, what you would like to see from the COA, but also what type of procedures or selection criteria you would envision. For now, we have 3 current board members that are up for a vote for the COA, and there's not a possibility to add new COA members to that or to open up an open call for that. If there's any more questions, then I'm very happy to answer them.
Thanks.
Any other questions? Nothing? You all know what you're voting on today, and you all have no questions anymore for any of the candidates, or I guess nothing? Okay, then I propose to close the speakers list. Are there any objections? No? Okay, speakers list is closed. Then Bora, please continue with the IT update.
Yes, thank you very much. I will be speaking on behalf of the IT team. Some of them are in the room. Hi, Jackson and stuff as well. So, as was discussed with previous local board members before you, and then also at MP1, the Dutch network did not really like the Drupal satellite from ESN International. So what did we do? Come up with our own system. So it's basically now, for most of you, it already happened. Well, actually, I think for everybody, actually, the end of the Drupal area. So how did this happen? Big shout out to Yahya, Stan, and Jackson for the actual IT work. So basically leading with Yahya with all the designs, with all the templates for the new website, Stan with the entire back end, all the technical stuff, the coding, the migration of moving to the new website, and Jackson also the support for all the local sections. Some of them have talked to him. So a big shout out to those. So how will it now be called? Tulip or Tulip? Yay. Well, nice. Right. The Dutch network, something orange, something IT related. Very nice name. I hear no objections. I see people smiling here, so it's a nice little. Okay, so basically what happened though, so we basically migrated from Cloud VPS to VMAX. There's some big implications why we did that. So basically it's a better server, and also it's cost related in a good way. So there's a new code base and database, there's new themes and styling, so basically all your communication managers are much more happier. Do a raise of hand, communication managers, if you worked on the website. I think, yeah, I see some very happy hands. New themes and styling, improved security, and way endless customization possibilities. So how did it look? So for example, Utrecht, old website on the left, Utrecht, new website on the right. The Hague website, old one on the left, new website on the right. Way more stuff, way more things, and this is all done by the template from the IT team, and then improved upon by the local communication managers or PR managers or the IT people that to see it deemed fit for their own section. ESN Wageningen, events on the left side, and now events, much more nicer picture, way better fonts and whatever. It's basically a new up-to-date website for the year 2022. Oh, and of course something I personally like as well was basically what Utrecht is as well. So you have more technical stuff as well, that you have tiles, you can click on something and it spins around. So for example, we click on Club Puma and then, okay, it spins around, and then you can click more and then, see more about the partner. So lots of functionality, great stuff. So, and we're getting to VMAX. You guys will not have that, unfortunately, the cost drop, because we still use Cloud VPS this year. But basically the annual server cost has dropped from around 600 euros to 0 because we now have, thanks to the I-team as well, a deal with VMAX. So your next successors will basically have a much lower IT costs for all the new stuff added. Isn't that a great deal? So yeah, full disclosure though, because Cloud VPS, we're still hosting on it right now, so we're still paying for it. All the old websites are still on there. So in any case that you need stuff from the old website, May and June, basically is it already June? I don't know. But yeah, but anyway, if you still need stuff, contact it@esn-nl.org if you need anything from the old website. So please be double sure, because after June we delete Cloud VPS. I'm going to make that very clear again. We delete Cloud VPS. It's also on the recording. It's here that you will not be able to ask anything back from the IT, from old websites. Okay, so thank you very much. New templates, new websites. Everybody can change it, and even lower cost. Thank you very much.
What an inspirational speaker you are. We have a little bit of time. Are there any questions? Okay, there are, so open speakers list.
Hi, Jeroen, ESN Luxembourg. I have a question. Our website is completely dysfunctional. Are you open to working with other countries?
Well, I don't know exactly how that would work. So for ESN International, we have actually the Satellite 5 just launched. Stan is coming up, I think. Come. Yeah, so we don't have a procedure for that now, it's from my side, but maybe Stan wants to add something.
To ESN Luxembourg for the right fee, the IT is
Payment section first, please.
Stand ESN Twente for the right fee, the IT may do it.
That's very ESN spirit, thank you very much. Are there any other questions regarding Tulip? No, everyone's tired today, but I get it. So I propose to close the speakers list. Are there any objections? No, speakers list is closed. Thank you very much, Paula, again. And
it's me again.
Oh, it's you again. Fair enough.
It's Bora and Andrea, but
let's give her a second to finish the sentence, and then
yes,
you can just go on.
Yeah, cool. So, alumni program. Well, there's a bit more about it also with the section Live After ESN, but specifically now with the Dutch alumni program. So basically the alumni program was something that was not really picked up by recent years, which mainly Andrea and I picked up again this year. So what does this mean? Alumni program, what is it? So we want you to stay in touch with the Dutch network through regular updates on our communication channels, more info on how to join it later. Be able to join alumni events like the one we're having this evening, and special pages to connect and network with other alumni. Be informed and be able to apply for all the open calls the MP sends out, so basically chairing team at the MP, MPOC, and much more, maybe EGMOC as volunteers, support. Provide of course workshops to our current Dutch network, so you can also come to an MP when we have workshops, for example, and also provide a workshop yourself if you're an alumni at some point, very skilled at something. So I want you guys to grab your phones right now, because at this point, after MP3, it's very sad. Very soon, you will be alumni, and I want to make sure that people in the room right now will join either the LinkedIn group or the Facebook group. I will give you around 1 minute to join both groups. Thank you very much. I will start beatboxing in the meantime. What do you want to say something, Andrea?
Wait, this is just the ESN the Netherlands LinkedIn group, or?
Yeah.
Anyway, if you cannot join now, I'll put the socials on WhatsApp later, so you're still gonna be spammed from me.
Yeah. Yes, we want you guys not to leave, Yes, I see people grabbing their phone and joining stuff, which we will have to approve every individual person to join the groups, yes. Let's go. But very happy for more people to join. We need the alumni of the Netherlands back in gear. And so this was a presentation of yesterday. It says alumni event happening tomorrow. Well, that's not the case. Right now, it's happening this evening. We have got alumni coming up this evening for people from previous years. We're going to meet in Utrecht tonight, actually after MP3. So people that still want to hang out in Utrecht with all the other national people and don't want to like just leave MP3 behind as their final event of the year. We still have the alumni drinks tonight, so please, we have some spots left. If you want to mingle with other local board members and also with alumni from previous years, please also sign up. And this is the link to do it. And I'll send it in WhatsApp chat. Okay. Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah.
We have a little bit of time, so are there any questions regarding the alumni program? No. Okay, then I would propose to change the agenda just a teeny tiny bit. Since we're pretty good with time right now, I would propose to take the group picture now, as long as we're all kind of awake, and then go to the coffee break because we just had 40 minutes ever since we started. So taking group picture now, then coffee break, and then all the voting fun before lunch. Are there any objections to that plan? Yes.
Can we first get coffee because I'm making coffee?
I guess.
It's open. It's open.
Can we have coffee first?
Yeah, but
I mean, it's a group picture, and then you have the coffee break, so then it's basically like 10 minutes more.
I'm not awake yet.
Yeah. Any other opinions?
So we have to vote.
Photo first.
Photo first? Okay, photo first. I'm sorry, we've been overruled by democracy. So, okay, then we're gonna take the group picture now. Afterwards, we're gonna have the coffee break. And then I would ask everyone to be back on time so we can really start with the voting. We have a lot of topics to go through, and especially the vote delegates. Be ready, have your devices ready. So we're gonna see you in a bit, yeah, at 11:15. We're gonna be here again, but now we're going all outside to take the picture.
Don't forget to get your flags and your mascots for the picture. Flags. Flags and mascots. And yourselves, of course.
But before we start with the quorum check again, I'll give the word to Andrea for a second.
Yes. So as we do at every MP, I put the ESN Netherlands flag for the OC, so please in the break you can go and sign it. What we are going to do, also put the trash, like, how to say, the bag under so it doesn't stain. So please don't sign it until that's in. But yeah, it should be there by the next break. So go one person per section and write a nice message for the OC. Thank you.
Alright, thank you very much. That is always very nice to have something like that. Okay, are you ready for another quorum check? I repeat my question. Are you ready for another quorum check? Thank you. That was so sad.
That was really sad.
That was so sad. Okay, as usual we have a funny quorum check question. This time you don't have to make any awkward sounds. What?
So I can take a nice sleep.
So, but I can start. But we need the scrutinizers, and they're here already. You're so ahead of me. Alright, can I start? Perfect. So, quorum check. The question should be displayed, please. Bora, could you display the quorum check question,
Sorry.
please? Thank you very much. So, the quorum check question is: what is your favorite ABBA song? 1, Dancing Queen. 2, Mamma Mia. 3, anyone that Rick is singing and dancing to. Okay. Yeah. Anyone. Alright. Anyone that Rick is singing and dancing to. Okay. So, I'm gonna call you out again. Let's begin. ESN Breda.
ESN Breda, Jana, option
2. ESN Delft.
ESN Delft, Peter, option 3.
Thank you. ESN Groningen. 2. ESN in Holland Diemen.
Marvin ESN Marvin ESN Diemen, option 2.
Thank you. ESN in Holland Haarlem.
Sven ESN in Holland, Ireland, option 2, Mamma Mia.
Thank you. ESN in Holland Rotterdam, no votes. ESN Leeuwarden.
ESN Leeuwarden, option 2.
Thank you. ESN Leiden.
Sven ESN Leiden, option 1, Dancing Queen.
Thank you. Remember that we need a quorum. I'm just gonna say it like that. ESN Maastricht.
Floris is a bachelor, option 1,
Okay. ESN Nijmegen.
Maria ESN Nijmegen, option 2.
Thank you. ESN Rotterdam.
Roland is Rotterdam, option 2.
Thank you. ESN The Hague.
Philip ESN The Hague, option 2.
Thank you. ESN Twente.
Jasper, ESN Twente, option 3.
Thank you. ESN Utrecht.
Nee, ESN Utrecht, option 1.
Thank you. ESN New Amsterdam.
Albert
Yes.
ESN Amsterdam, option 3.
Thank you. ESN Wageningen.
Ellen ESN Wageningen, option 2.
ESN Tilburg.
Elsta ESN Tilburg, option 2.
And ESN Amsterdam.
Only ESN Amsterdam, option 2.
Yes, we have 11 for 2, 3 for 1, 2 for 3.
Yeah. Yes. Okay, you're lucky. We reached quorum. But before we're gonna continue with the voting, we will give, or I will give, the word to the NV to explain some of the procedures first.
Yeah, we have received a few questions regarding how it works with expulsion and then voting for the rest of the topics. Of course, we don't want to assume anything, but in case you gets expelled, they will first, after the MP, receive a written notice from the board, and then it becomes effective. So ESN Leeuwarden can, as of today, still vote for everything, even if they would get expelled.
so let's continue. Everyone still knows what's gonna happen now. We are not doing the roll call anymore. We are gonna have the voting questions, and I'm gonna read out the voting questions, all the possible answers, and then I'm gonna go through the possible answers one by one. And as soon as you hear the answer that you would like to vote for, you raise your voting device. You raise it really high, you stretch your arm so we can all see which section is voting. But especially, Sven, if you could like hold it the right way, because you have 2 votes, so we know which kind of, yeah, thank you. Exactly. Okay, so the first topic that we're voting on is the voting on the new partner. So, do you approve Liskov as a new national partner of ESN in the Netherlands? Options are yes, no, abstain. So, I'm gonna ask again, do you approve Liskov as a new national partner of ESN in the Netherlands? Everyone who's for yes, please raise your voting devices now. Okay. Wait, keep them up until I say okay.
Also,
yeah. As soon as there are 2 voting devices, you count as 2. Thank you. Who votes for no? 1 no vote. Thank you. And abstain? Okay, thank you very much. So we have 10 yes votes, 1 no vote, and 3 abstains. Next question.
6 abstains.
Yeah, that's not correct. There were like 5 or 6.
6.
I have 10 yes, 1 no. 6.
Okay.
We are missing one in Poland after.
Okay, so yes, you just approved Disco as a new partner of ESN in the Netherlands. Congratulations. Next up, voting on 3-year strategy. Do you approve the 3-year strategy 2022 till 2024 of ESN in the Netherlands? Options are yes, no, abstain. So everyone who votes for yes, please raise your voting devices now. Nice. Okay. Please keep it on.
Oh, I guess 1, 2.
No, because you sit right. Okay, so you sit right behind each other, and if one of you in the back is like holding it lower, we can see it because it's blocked from the front. So.
Yeah, so 20, can you put it higher? Now it's fine.
Thank you. So,
Just need to be
okay, then please lower your voting devices again. Thank you. No. And abstain. So also congratulations, you just approved. Scrutinizers, do we have the same results? With 16 yes votes, 0 no votes, and 1 abstain?
Yes.
Perfect. Now I can announce that this 3-year strategy has been approved. Congratulations. Alright. Interesting. Voting on the SIM application. Stay tuned. Do you approve the OC for the summer introduction meeting SIM 2022? Who do you approve? Much better, makes more sense. 1, ESN Tilburg, 2, none of the above, 3, abstain. So, no stretching with voting devices, please. You're gonna have an energizer if we need one. So, again, option number 1. Do you approve ESN Tilburg as OC for the summer introduction meeting? If yes, I know, but never mind. ESN Tilburg. So 15 yes votes, please lower the devices. None of the above. 0 and abstain.
Wow.
That's very diplomatic of you, thank you. So so do we have the same results? 15, 0, 2?
Yeah.
Yes. So congratulations, Jens and Tilburg. Alright, so next up we're gonna vote on the NP1 application. Who do you approve as OC for the National Platform 1? First option, ESN Amsterdam. Second option, none of the above. And third option, abstain. So everyone who wants to approve ESN Amsterdam as OC, please raise your voting devices now.
He's SNA, he's not
So 16 yes votes, please
Yes.
lower the devices. None of the above. And abstain. For abstain. Scrutinizers, do we have 16 yes votes? No, 16 ESN Amsterdam votes, 0 none of the above, and 1 abstain?
Yes.
Perfect. So congratulations, ESN Amsterdam. You have a lot of work next semester. Or next year. Alright, voting on amendments. Now it's going to get interesting. Do you approve the amendment on the membership fee as proposed by the National Board? Answers are
What?
yes.
Wait. Huh? Do I have to refresh maybe? Wait. This one first, or do you have a different one?
Is the same as my
But I have this one first. Okay, I will just refresh 1 second. Technical chair stuff.
I'm fine, the others are not fine. Okay, never mind.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so, sorry, technical difficulties?
Yeah, no,
you
we're
all
back.
witnessed?
Yeah.
But no, membership fee. Do you approve the amendment of the membership fee as proposed by the National Board? Options are yes, no, abstain. Please raise your voting devices if you don't want to vote for yes. Once again, do you approve the amendment on the membership fee as proposed by the National Board? Yes, no, abstain are the options. Everyone who votes to support yes, please raise your voting devices now. Wait, okay. Okay, 14 yes votes, thank you very much. Anyone for no? Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Abstain? Scrutinizers, do we have 14 yes votes, 2 no votes, 1 abstain?
Yes.
Yes. Okay, thank you very much. So the amendment has been approved. Next up, voting on the EPP changes.
There's amendment to the amendment, EPP.
Sorry. Yeah, okay, so the amendment to the amendment, yes. Do you approve the amendment to the proposed changes in the event policy paper as proposed by ESN Amsterdam? Yes, no, abstain. Please please raise your voting devices now if you want to vote for yes. Everyone got the question? Yeah?
Do you remember what's...
Yeah, it's raise the cap, right?
It's not that it's
So, everyone who votes for yes, please raise your voting devices now. Okay, 7 yes votes, thank you very much. No. 3 no votes, and thank you. And abstain?
Whoa.
Okay, so scrutinizers, we have 7 yes votes, 3 no ones, and 7 abstains.
Yeah.
That means that this amendment to the amendment was not approved. It's the same one. Okay, next up, do you approve the revised events policy paper as proposed by the National Board? The options are yes, no, abstain. Please raise your voting devices for yes now. Okay, 13 yes votes, thank you very much. No? 1 no vote. Thank you. And abstain? Scrutinizers, do we have 13 yes votes, 1 no vote, and 3 abstains?
Yes.
Thank you very much. So this, well, the changes have to the event policy paper have been approved. Okay. Now we're gonna vote on the expulsion of ESN Leeuwarden. Do you approve?
Oh, I need my phone then.
Yeah, secret.
So I'll briefly elaborate on this procedure as it's a secret vote, of course. In a bit, I will send all the local representatives an email with an online link to all secret votes that are coming up, including the one for the expulsion of ESN Leeuwarden. So also Sven, you will receive one on your personal and one on your ESN Leiden email. There you have the chance to cast your all the secret votes actually for the ones that are coming up. So also for the COA candidates and for the membership of ESN Zwolle. Is everything clear?
So, to be clear, so yes means expel, no means keep, 3 means abstain.
Exactly. Yes. So you will receive an online link where all the votes will be in one link, so you can vote everything in once.
There's a comment.
No, this is on the COA members. Yes, and afterwards you will receive a doodle link for the vote on the next national board, but that's separately. I will explain it later. So first we'll vote on the expulsion of ESN Leeuwarden, the membership of ESN Zwolle candidate section, and the applicants for the Council of Advice. Yes, I will send the email right. No.
Please check whether you have gotten the email, and if you have not
Scrutinizers.
received.
Scrutinizers have also access to the
And
vote.
if you have not received the email, please come to the front. Yeah, and check your spam filters, please.
Did you receive it in good order?
Yeah, but we can see all the votes. Should we just vote for them all now?
Yeah, you can vote for them all.
could you please come to the front so we check whether the email address is correct?
ESN, this one is in the photo again. So I think then oh yeah, that's probably my application. So So, as you're also voting on the other ones, I'll quickly walk through the presentation. So, well, the voting questions are also in the Xiondo, but just procedure-wise. So, the other one is as well, do you approve ESN's Volle candidate section as a full member of ESN the Netherlands? Again, a secret vote. There is 2/3 majority required. Options are yes, no, and abstain. Then we'll vote on the COA candidate members. So do you approve Arnold Bulte as active COA member? Also secret vote. All voting options are yes, no, and abstain. Absolute majority is required. Do you approve Charlotte Kirsten as active COA member? Also secret vote. Voting options are yes, no, and abstain. Again, absolute majority is required. And last but not least, do you approve Sharina Ham as active COA member? Voting options are yes, no, and abstain. As well, the absolute majority is required. And the scrutinizers are now checking the voting results. Did everyone cast their votes, or are still people voting? Because we're currently missing 2 votes.
We have 15.
There are 15 votes casted by now, so for the ones that are still voting, please do so.
Yes, we have 17. One of the results
Procedure or comment?
So that's one thing.
It's better if you're done. I'll just hold on to them.
Yeah, we have them all.
Okay, we received 17 votes. We will display it. I will connect my laptop to the beamer, then we'll announce the results. Also, we will now close the voting, so you cannot cast your vote anymore.
Yeah.
Oh. Rodrigo.
You can do show results.
Okay.
Alright, different mic, different position, same task. Are you all ready? So we're gonna go through the questions one by one. The first one was. We can see them.
Oh yeah, right, of course.
Do you approve the expulsion of ESN Leeuwarden as a member of the ESN the Netherlands? So the result is 16 yes votes, 1 no vote, 0 abstain votes. So ESN Leeuwarden has been expelled as a member of ESN the Netherlands. The next question was, do you approve ESN Zwolle candidate section as a full member of ESN the Netherlands? There have been 16 yes votes, 0 no votes, and 1 abstain. So congratulations, ESN Zwolle. Next up, could I ask the candidates to come and join me here? Andrea, Arnold, could you join me for a second, since I'm gonna announce whether you've been elected or not?
Oh, would be nice. Sorry. Yeah.
Sorry. Charlotte, Arnold and Shari. So, do you approve Arnold Bolton as active COA member? 17 yes votes, 0 no votes, and 0 abstains. So congratulations, Arnold. Do we approve Charlotte Christen as active COA member? 17 yes votes, 0 no votes, and 0 abstain votes. Congratulations. And last but definitely not least, do you approve Sharina Ham as active COA member? 17 yes votes, 0 no votes, and 0 abstains. Congratulations. Okay, we're gonna continue with the other laptop and another voting. So now you're gonna receive a different link. I don't like this mic. I'm gonna go back to Now you're gonna receive it much better, much more comfortable. People are animals of habit. So you're gonna receive a different link now to elect or not elect, to vote on the candidate board. And this is gonna happen in a bit, but could we have some, where did Rick go? There's Rick. Could we have some explanations as well, where and what they should receive when?
Different vote, different voting platform. For the vote on the candidate board or the next national board, we will use a doodle. I'm sending it right now, so you receive the link directly on your email. For Sven, I already changed it to ESN Leiden. Again, you have a few minutes to cast your vote on the next national board. The scrutinizers, you will receive the email as an observer as well. SNA, if the SNA is still here, you'll also receive a link as an observer. COA will also receive the link as an observer, and the national board as well. And I think then the national board will do the voting announcement. So I will now send it in a minute, so then you can cast your vote again on the next national board.
procedure. Stay tuned, check your cache or spam folders, and if there is a problem because you didn't receive an email or any other issue, then please come to the front.
They are sent, so please check your spam box as well, as I know that a will usually end up there.
If you haven't received the link, please let us know, yeah?
Everyone received an email? Everything good for the vote delegates? Okay, so there's one person who hasn't opened the link yet, or one vote that hasn't been. Two not cast votes, one not opened link.
So again, one person hasn't opened it. One more person needs to vote.
Yeah, it's 17.
We have vote 16.
So, if I'm being informed correctly, all votes have been cast. No.
Oh yeah, got it.
Okay, last one came in. All votes have been cast. Thank you very much.
Okay.
So.
Okay, can the board please come to the stage?
Yes. Everyone's taking notes up here. Okay.
Lena, can you take pictures? Thank you.
I figured you can. I can, yeah. You can? Yeah, but you can also do it. If you want to do it. Do it. You do it. Because in Austria, like, the board is not allowed to do that.
This one is so much easier. Oh, this is so good. Okay, smile, don't move. It's dark in this room. I said, don't move, Dennis. My God. It was at this moment, David.
Yeah, I was like, maybe first let's see the results. Can we wait?
Can we?
Oh, go, guys.
Now you get my picture more difficult.
Okay, can we
First announce.
That's
So
Rick is
confident that you all have been elected. But sure, go ahead, take your pictures.
Rick is here a third time. You would say you get used to it after the first time.
Can we please continue? So, could we build up some tension here? The question was, do you approve the candidate boards as proposed by the NB and ECOA and SNA? The answer is yes. You don't see it. Okay, never mind. You don't see it. There it is. There have been 1 abstained. So congratulations, ESN and Netherlands, and to the new board. So now, congratulations to all of you, and I'm gonna give the floor to Annelot to say a few words.
So, I think my board can just stay here for sure. Canada board, if you want, you can also stay on stage. You, what, why? Just all stay on stage. Just
Board there, national board here.
yeah, national board here, Canada board there. Amazing.
You can stay there. Shall we take from national board is with us?
You guys are
You are in the
amazing.
middle. This is how class goes.
So, the voting marks the unofficial end of our board year. I would actually like to take this moment to thank some people for making this year as amazing as it was. Because, yeah, for us it was really great. We had a lot of fun. So, firstly, I would like to thank our national committees. They have really worked hard behind the scenes. They have organized activities for us, made promotion materials, built a new website. And I also especially want to thank the SNA Commission and the GOA for always supporting us, advising and checking on the national board, which is also very important. I also want to thank ESN International for showing us the strength of our network and the importance. I actually hope some of you saw a bit more of this network and of this strength now with our international guests. So also thank you international guests for being here and sharing this with our Dutch little network part. But of course, I want to thank my boardies a lot. Yeah, you guys truly made my year amazing. And I actually first, before I'm going to you guys, don't cry yet. I have another very important thank you, so I'll go to you guys in a bit. But the local board members, of course. Yeah, I'm sorry. I speak on behalf of my entire board when I say that it was actually such an honor and so much fun to see you guys all from the beginning of the year to where you are now. We've seen you grow, we've seen you just having fun as well, making new connections, making new friends, and this was so much fun for us to see. I want to thank you all for sharing the passion with us, for the international students and for ESN. And I also want to mention here that with the people in this room, we actually helped 20,000 international students this year, integrating, learning. I think we can all be very proud. We did this together, guys. So yeah, that's really amazing. I'm actually thinking, I had some slides, yes. So, ooh, whoa, whoa, whoa. Then let's go to my boardies. I see someone added something. So we don't have a picture of Andrea sleeping.
Sorry, looks more good than sleeping.
But my lovely board, we together had over 80 hours of board meetings, many international events, national events, and a lot of meetups in general, such as section visits, but also just to hang out together. You've all shown great passion and a lot of hard work this year. For me, you guys were really the dream team, and I'm super happy that we did this adventure together. That's just something I really wanted to say. Because if you look at these slides, you can see that our board had a lot of fun moments together. There are some Kobo pictures in there, some sleepovers, parties, section visits, a lot of traveling also. We just had a lot of fun. And we of course also had an occasional butt picture. So thank you all for all the effort you put in, for always helping each other, and for being such an amazing team. I also